So I was just reading this paper, and the article says that whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, what he or she has will be taken from him or her. So let me ask you, tubers, have you ever just sat back and was completely grateful for everything? When I say everything, I mean like even the bad experiences. Because a lot of times we get to going through things in life, like, life shows up. I don't care who you are, what walk of life you come from, how you was raised, none of that doesn't matter. Because the reality is that life is going to show up on whatever terms it shows up. But when life tends to show up for us, we forget to be grateful for the things that we're blessed with. We tend to focus on everything else that's not going right in our life. For example, when you wake up in the morning, the majority of us, the first thing we do is we grab our phone. But yet we're not even grateful that we have a phone and that we have internet access. Even if we just using Wi-Fi. Most times we look at our phone and we think about getting a better phone, or this phone came out, or this is wrong with it. But before we think about what's wrong with it, we don't appreciate the fact that we have one. Or what about fingers? Fingers to wash our face, or even toes to balance us. I was thinking about something. It just took me to a whole nother topic just now, right? In dealing with this thing, especially when you're focusing on mastering self, one of the main topics that's brought up is that of balance, right? It says we must balance ourselves from the inside out, right? But did you ever stop and think that our toes balance us? There's some people out here that don't even have toes. That's the type of gratitude I'm talking about. I'm talking about that gratitude that don't cost nothing. The things that we forget to be grateful for. So, when I read this verse about gratitude, it made me really, really put a microscope on that word gratitude. Because maybe that's why we lose things in life. It may be possessions. It may be family members. Sometimes we lose ourselves. Most times we lose ourselves because we're not grateful for ourselves. We forgot to celebrate ourselves. So ultimately, we lose ourselves. And in most instances, to actually lose ourselves, it might indeed be one of the best things that could have ever happened to us. Because that very person that lost himself, as long as they align right and have a spirit that's willing, they will ultimately find their higher self. The person that they really was meant to be. So, when I speak on this thing that's called gratitude, right, y'all? I want y'all to tell me something that y'all grateful for that don't cost nothing. And I'm not talking about the regular, oh, I'm grateful that I woke up today. Because that's what most people say. And when you're dealing with this thing that's called gratitude, we got to remove the box. We got to think outside that box. Because if you stay in that box that, oh, I'm grateful for my pillow, or I'm grateful that I woke up today. No, think outside that box. What are you grateful for? It may seem simple, but when you think about it, sometimes you gotta really think about it. For me, I see it as a game. I gotta tell y'all the truth. I see it as a game. When something shows up and it seems like it's gonna disrupt my day, y'all know what I do? I think about the things that I'm grateful for. Or I start practicing affirmations. That's another one of my tools. So all I can do is share with y'all my personal experiences and how it works for me, you know? And maybe it'll work for you. So let's try that. Think about it. What are you grateful for? 5 things that don't cost nothing. But let's think outside the box, y'all. Because we not living inside that box no more. In order for us to dream big, to want big, to soar high, we gotta get out that box. And the first thing it starts with is the way we think. So what are you grateful for? Drop it down in the comment section below. Let me know. Shoot me an email. Comment. I'm here for y'all. And I'm definitely going to respond back with my ultimate feedback too. Yes. Let's transform together. One day at a time. I love y'all. Enjoy your night.